Hi everyone, what's up? My name is Alekais and I'm back with another video, and today we'll be doing something a little bit different than usual. Today we'll be having a gaming discussion. This is our new gaming show, Pillars of Gaming, by the way. To my furthest to the right is Georgie, our video editor. Would you say hi to the viewers?
Domo.
Okay. Next to me is sitting Flamey, our social media expert. You already probably know me by now if you're a subscriber to my channel. If you're not, you can just go in the description down below, subscribe, give a like to the video if you enjoy what we do. If you don't, well, get out of here. And to my left is my girlfriend, who's a keen gamer, Wolf Jackson. And we're about to begin with our first episode into the world of gaming. Today's discussion will be mainly about our favorite types of games and what types of games do we prefer playing and what do we prefer doing overall and how do we play. So, Georgie, what's your favorite type of game?
Oh, definitely MMORPGs.
Okay.
For instance, like World of Warcraft, maybe even Warframe.
Isn't Warframe more of a first-person shooter? Well, I know that it has RPG elements to it, but...
It has, indeed, but it's still half-half, so to speak, because mostly it's a shooter-based game, but yeah, it is still an MMO.
Okay. And what about you, Flame?
I don't know, my favorite type of games are mobile, like Smite or League of Legends.
Which one do you prefer more than both?
I prefer Smite for overall gameplay.
Okay. For me it definitely has to be overall strategy games or real-time strategies, if I have to be more specific about it. And, for example, Warcraft 3, of course, and StarCraft. And especially when we have to put that in mind that StarCraft has a pretty big player basis, and to add to that, I think that StarCraft had esports tournaments at some point. Well, I think it still has esports tournaments, but it has big tournaments overall, and I really enjoy playing it. It's not like mainly ranked, I prefer the co-op missions, and in general the whole story-driven perspective for the game and the single player, but I still love strategy games overall.
I like RPG too, but my favorite is strategy game.
Do you prefer more real-time strategies or the turn-based strategies?
Turn-based strategy.
That means, for example, Heroes of Might and Magic?
Yes, of course.
Okay. And now let's proceed to our next question, which is, which game type doesn't suit you?
That has to be shooter games, because, like...
Why so? We usually play CSGO. From time to time, at least.
That's an exception, maybe the single exception, but...
And as we already discussed, Warframe is kinda a shooter as well! So you're kind of being contradictory with that statement.
Just a bit.
Okay.
But still, for instance, let's say I have a person right in front of me, and he's in point blank range, something like arm length.
Okay.
I will definitely miss it. I will miss that target.
You can just take out your knife.
Plausible, but still, we have to keep in mind it's still a shooter game. And yeah, that's not my thing, not my cup of tea, definitely.
Okay. You?
I don't really like MMORPGs. Like, I don't have the time for them. When I was younger, I liked playing World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King. But
The best expansion.
yeah, but I had like all day to play if I wanted to. I had nothing to do, maybe 5 or 6 hours a day. But now, let's say I can play an hour or two, and that won't make any progress in the game. Won't give me any satisfaction for playing just for like an hour.
For me, it definitely has to be again MMORPGs. Again, due to the same reasons, I don't find the time recently to play longer games that you have to grind in them, and that kinda annoys me because I really love RPGs in general, especially like I like The Witcher, I like Fallout in general, and I do love World of Warcraft, but they kinda don't suit me in a way because I don't have the time to like get all the progress that I need, and that's why I like playing RPGs, but I can't spend that much time in them, and that kind of annoys me due to the fact that if you want to get some real progress in them, you have to really grind and you have to really spend your time and dedicate it to just going inside the world, getting in, grinding, making all your mythic dungeons, all your mythic keys, getting those raids in time, and so on and so on. That kind of annoys me, and I'm not good with time constraints as well. That's why I prefer playing something faster, a little bit more quick-paced, like a few shooters, for example CSGO recently that I've picked up, and I like games like Quake 4, Serious Sam, I like Star Wars Republic Commando, and of course let's not forget about the strategies, because again they're my favorite types of games, so I usually tend to play more strategies in my free time when I get the time for it, because they're pretty... well, they're not easy, definitely, and they have a big learning curve, but still, you can just hop in, you can make a few matchmaking games if you want, or you can just go and make a few simple story missions or campaigns and so on, and get some progress done in them, only in 20 to 30 minutes, where in World of Warcraft, for example, you have to go in and, I don't know, grind for a few hours if you want to do something for the day. And what
I
about
don't
you?
have specific.
Which game type doesn't suit you?
I don't have specific types of games, and it doesn't suit me.
Okay. And do you have any games that you wouldn't play in general?
Yes, maybe it's CSGO.
So you wouldn't play CSGO in general?
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Like everyone has his own thing. So, let's continue to the next one. Best game you have ever played, or best moment in gaming?
The Witcher 3 definitely, included with the 2 installments. Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine. Definitely one of the best games that I have ever seen, and the game itself has actually many rewards.
Yeah, it had a best game for 2018 or 19,
correct,
something
correct.
like that.
It's
And
story
best game
driven, yeah.
of the decade or something like that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, one of the best games.
Okay. And which expansion do you prefer more?
Blood and Wine, because it's Hearts of Stone is kind of vague and really grey
Okay.
and depressing.
Yeah, it's more grim than Blood and
Yeah,
Wine. Blood and Wine has a little bit more color, a little bit more spice, and
vampires and a lot of bloods included.
yep. Anything you want to add to that question?
I don't know, my favorite game is Smite Battleground of the Gods. I started playing it since the beginning. I wasn't playing it in the beta, but it was the first game after WoW that I really put time into.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, for me, definitely, again, a strategy game, of course, and it's Warcraft 3.
No.
Due to the fact that I've played that since a child, when I was 5, and that was the first game that I ever played in my life. So I remember that when I started playing Warcraft 3 and I installed it on my PC, I didn't really know how to save my progress, and I didn't know where it's gonna really save it, so because I wasn't sure how the saving mechanic worked in the game, because it was my first game, of course, and I left my PC to run all day and all night without stopping the game for a few days till I completed the whole story. And I remember that I was really excited when the expansion came out. It was Frozen Throne, a great expansion and a great add to the story. Definitely one of the best games that I've seen in general, story-wise and gameplay-wise. And like it set the general pillars of the whole genre. overall, and StarCraft as well. I mean, they set the whole idea of like strategy games, real-time strategies. So definitely that has to do it for me. What about you?
I, I don't have a maybe favorite game, but I like StarCraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of Might of Magic 3, uh, um, World of Warcraft, and maybe my favorite moment in the game is when we play the first time World of Warcraft.
Yeah, back then I think we played Wrath of the Lich King.
Yes, of
And
course.
it was
Best
a private, yeah, best expansion. And it was a private server, by the way. It wasn't in Blizzard, which, yeah, it's a little bit different playing in Blizzard, and I definitely like playing in Blizzard, but because currently that's not the expansion, we decided to download. We were at vacation, by the way, and we decided to download a private server for.
Shamelessly.
Okay, well, it's not shamelessly because it's the best expansion, of course, of all times. So yeah, we played a lot of Wrath of the
All
Lich
night.
King. Yeah, all night definitely. And I'm a main horde player, but I remember that then.
Me too now.
Yeah, but
I'm
then we
good.
made alliance characters, and they were Draenei for that one. Yeah, this is the only alliance guy here.
Blue blood.
Why should
Yeah.
we be proud of that?
Scummy alliance. God damn it.
For the
Or
horse.
apes.
Alliance players. Can't stand them. But of course, you have to have some idiots in the game just so you can beat them up, you know. So, let's move on to our fourth question. Which game got you most excited?
That has to be Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yep. Whatever.
Say it again.
Peter Pak.
Which game got you most excited, my
Cyberpunk.
friend?
Oh my fuck!
Cyber, goddammit! It's Cyber!
Okay.
So, which game got you most excited, Joji?
I fucking quit.
So, let's move to our fourth question. And this is, which game got you most excited?
Oh, Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Definitely. It had a lot of hype.
Yeah,
It-
it did.
A lot of people pre-purchased the game itself.
It kind of flopped though.
Did you purchase the game?
Unfortunately not. I had to be blunt, I had to shamelessly do
Get
some
a cracked
pirate business.
version.
Yep.
Damn scummy pirates.
But
That's what
still-
Alliance players do.
Shut it.
They never do it fair.
Bugger. Where I was? Oh yeah. The game was really good as of a story narrative,
Okay.
but the visuals were insanely good, but the gameplay itself was so repetitive that I could not
Yeah,
even
it
stand
was.
it 2 days.
And there were a lot of bugs, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly, and
That was the
they
last
had a
drop.
lot of
That was the
problems.
last
Yeah.
drop. But I have to admit that the soundtrack of the game was one of the best that I have ever seen.
Okay, heard. Maybe
Yeah.
let's see that.
Probably.
Okay. And what about you?
I don't really get excited about new games coming out. I'm more likely to play the game first and then see if I like it and start getting excited about it. Start
Isn't
putting
there
more
any
time into it.
characters or in general content that you get excited about?
Maybe the only thing that got me excited was seeing the new God of War trailer.
Ooh, nice.
Just because the cinematic was done so well.
Agreed.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trailer.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's my turn. And for me, that has to be, again, Warcraft 3 Reforged, by the way. Because, yeah, I loved the original Warcraft 3, but when they announced Warcraft 3 Reforged, god damn it, that was like one of the biggest moments for me in gaming in general, because like I was really excited for that. All the hype, all the trailers, everything, I watched it, I played the beta, I did everything, I even pre-purchased it, which I never do for any game at all, because I hate spending like money before I've seen the finished product. Like, I spend a lot of money on games in general, but still, I never pre-purchase things overall, and I never buy things online in general. So it was kind of a big moment for me that I pre-purchased the game, because I wanted to get all the extra things as well, and like, the idea that they said they were gonna be revamped cinematics, new missions, they're gonna add, they're gonna change some things on the map, they're gonna add new missions and so on. That was really exciting for me, due to the fact that I love the game, I love the gameplay, I love everything about it. So I was so goddamn excited, and it kind of flopped. Again, Cyberpunk, it did kind of flop.
Yeah, same deal.
Like, I did still like the game, pretty much, but... And it was overall good, like, the visuals were good, and it was really HD, and they had really remastered most of the models, and a little bit of the overall, like, and they had kind of reworked the interface a little bit, but I remember that the teasers and the trailers and the game reviews that they made on the game and the gameplay that they showed on BlizzCon was a lot different from what the product was at the end overall.
So both of you got excited about games and both of them flopped.
Yeah, but for me it was like a game that I had grown up with, so I was really hoping, and it was a game that definitely had already its like it had already, it already had its foundations laid down, so I didn't expect that they can screw up something that was already made beforehand. So yeah, it was kinda a bummer, but I still liked the game overall. And what about you, Wolf Jackson?
I really excited for Ever Games when we play together, but maybe because League of Legends, because I'm a really bad support.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't get excited about them.
So.
I remember. Okay, I could.
No, but maybe Shadowlands.
Ooh, yeah, Shadowlands had pretty good trailers, and yeah, it definitely is worthy to its hype, by the way. And wouldn't you say that there was another expansion in World of Warcraft that you got excited
I like
about?
Pandaria.
Okay, that's nice. Like, I like Pandaria as well, although I'm not very into Japanese and Chinese culture, but still Pandaria looks really cool. And there are some minor things that I don't like about the expansion,
No.
but still the expansion is pretty good, I guess.
But there are cute little fuzzy pandas everywhere.
He's retired.
Yeah, it's okay.
Carry on.
And now, I think this concludes our questions for today, by the way. And I think, by the way, spoiler alert, if you want, turn off the video now, or, better yet, go down in the description below, turn off your headphones if you don't want to hear the spoilers, and go down below, click that red button over there to subscribe and to like this video, because there will be more like this one, definitely coming soon, hopefully, if our editor doesn't good. So, about the next episode, I want to make an announcement. It's gonna be about head-inducing moments in gaming, which I hope you'll be interested to hear which games we hate and what really gets us going in games and what grinds our gears and gets us aggravated and how we react to most of the bad types of players. That guy over there. And this guy that flames a lot. So, see you in the next one, folks.